Dear friends of Economy of Francesco, with great joy I welcome you for this global event with which we give a continuity to an activity that has its point of reference in the pact signed with Pope Francis 2 years ago. We remember the enthusiasm of that day in Assisi. It seemed to me like the rallies that the same St. Francis lived with his friars 8 centuries ago in the Portiuncula, where he summoned them to reflect on the principles of of his movement, so that they could be more and more ready for the missionary task he had received by the crucifix of San Damiano. Go, Francis, repair my house. Take courage, dear friends. The economy and the world expect much from you all. The intuition of Pope Francis to give the task of a deep renewal of the economy to the young people, young economists, young change makers, young entrepreneurs, is something special. Is an act of prophecy. Saying young people involves not only the present, but also and especially the future. Of course, with young people, for many reasons, the results will not come tomorrow morning, but they will be more guaranteed through the enthusiasm and the creative dimension of the young way of life. For us, as group of adult people and institutions like the Diocese of Assisi, the Istituto Serafico, the Movement of the Economy of Communion, and the Franciscan family, is an honor and a joy to accompany you, leaving to you, dear young friends, all the protagonism you need and deserve, and that the Pope wants to assure you. We thank you for your sense of responsibility. A word I would like to recall you before we are going to hear the speech of Pope Francis is this. You signed a lot of points to put at the basis of our work. The Pope qualified all this economy of the gospel. We use currently the expression the economy of Francesco. The two expressions, the two things are in intimate relationship. What Saint Francis did when he stripped of all his garments and of all his earthly wealth was precisely this. He wanted to imitate Christ and wanted to live according to the gospel. If we forget this, we go out of the way. Of course, our movement is open, must be open also to people of other religions, faith, thoughts, and to everyone who accepts our program at condition that he accepts our program. But we cannot absolutely lose our Christian inspiration. An economist who stressed this principle was the blessed Giuseppe Tognolo, the economist who lived for the social program of the Church in the years of Rerum Novarum, and his way of looking at the economy and economics was always conducted by the principle that the gospel is not only a program for us Christians, but an inspiration for the whole world. Francis, and now also the young man, the Blessed Carlo Acutis, who will be canonized next year, will be Saint Carlo Acutis, whose body lies in the sanctuary of Renunciation, where the self-stripping of Saint Francis took place, say the same thing. I explained all this in a little book, original, not photocopies, that will appear in next days, and I hope that you will appreciate it. I hope that the most important economist of our time, all the Nobel Prizes may accompany us, but the testimony of these saints must be considered of special importance, together with the social doctrine of the Church and the teaching of our Pope Francis. Let us go ahead, dear young friends. I am sure that you will do great things. As the president of the foundation that has the task of accompanying you, and on behalf of the other founders, I express to you my best wishes, and as Bishop of Assisi, I assure you a great blessing. May the Lord fill you with grace and joy. Happy journey.